Hi, my name is Michelle Young, and I'm the owner and founder of My Vinyasa Practice. And today I'm excited to talk to you about the new Hunger Monger Pranayama bolster. This bolster is designed for pranayama. It's got a thin profile and it's just the right padding to help you sit up nice and tall on your sit bones. Let's take a look at how we can use this particular bolster to support spinal alignment for pranayama. So I've got the bolster underneath my sit bones, and I'm going to go ahead and take Sukhasana. For me, I bring that left foot in towards my groin, and then I'll take the right foot outside of the left. This bolster is great because it gives me just enough cushion to lift my pelvis up so that my thigh bones or my femurs descend away from the hip sockets. This gives me more space to sit up freely, and it helps me to find that axial extension that is so important when we are in a pranayama practice. We want all three curves of the spine to be present. And in order to do that, we have to scoop the pelvis forward and shift the shoulders over the back. This is because when we sit down, our pelvis naturally tucks under and we lose that lumbar curve. But in order for us to maintain proper spinal alignment in pranayama, we want to maintain all three curves of the spine. This will not only help us to activate our chakras in our pranayama practice, but it will help us to align our energy. And if you're into Kundalini, this will help you to bring that Kundalini up. This is just one thing that I can do with this bolster though. In fact, I really found this bolster to be very, very versatile. So let's take a look at some of the other things that this bolster can help us to achieve in our yin and restorative practices. Here I place the boulder towards the upper third of the mat, and I'm going to gently find my way to lay back on the bolster. Now I want my shoulders to lay on the bolster so that it is more of a chest opener and a tiny little back bend in the thoracic cavity. So let's see what that looks like. I'm going to come in and rest the shoulder blades directly on the bolster. And for this particular posture, I'm going to bring my feet as wide as the mat, let my head fall back towards the earth, and open my arms to the right and the left. This can be a really nice way to open the front of the body after a long day at work and help the body unfurl. But that's not all I can do with this bolster. Let's take a look at a few other things that this bolster can help me to achieve. Now I place the bolster towards the back of the mat vertically so that I can lay down and have my whole spine supported. I bring my sacrum and low back to the base of the bolster and gently cascade the spine down over the bolster. Now, what I love about this bolster is it's long enough to support my entire spine and my neck, which sometimes is not the case. This option lends itself to Supta Baddha Konasana, where the soles of the feet are together and the knees are open to the right and the left. This is a great way to get a little bit of opening through the thoracic cavity, but also to get some opening in the abdomen and hips. But that's not all this bolster can do. Let's take a look at some other uses for this bolster. For some people, coming into half pigeon can be really challenging, but with a thin bolster like this, I can easily slide the bolster underneath my hip to support my pelvis. Then when I fold forward, I have the support that I need to create equanimity in the sacrum and support the release in the hip. But you guessed it. That's not all this bolster can do. Let's take a look at this bolster as a prop for Jani Shirshasana. I'm going to sit up nice and tall on my sit bones and bring the sole of my left foot to the inner thigh of my right leg. I'm going to place this bolster on top of my right leg and sit up nice and tall. And then when I'm ready, I'll take the left arm into the air and fold forward. Now for a lot of people, this posture is not as accessible because they don't have the flexion in their hip flexors to get deep. So this bolster can make it a little bit more accessible and give you some place to rest your head if you're in a longer hold, like a yin class. But I bet you that's not all this bolster can do. This bolster looks like it would be great for a lizard pose if I needed to rest my forearms on something to take the weight out of my shoulders, or if I was in a prone position and needed something for my third eye to rest on. Child's pose might also benefit from a bolster like this. Ultimately, this bolster is so versatile that I can use it in yin, restorative, and even in a vinyasa class to support longer holds and deeper sensation.